There is a particular kind of morning when the light is respectful, the kitchen is honest, and the heart is open to guess. That's where we begin. Meghan Sussex isn't hosting a show so much as welcoming us into a rhythm, the small ritual that turns a home into a place of the heart. And today, she set the table for a delicious collision. Chef David Chang and dessert maestro or maestra Christina Tosi with Meghan and her forever conspirator in glow, Daniel Martin. New friends, double date energy, a house ready for laughter. And yes, puff pastries in the freezer, perhaps. Like it's a love language, isn't it? Well, let's get it started. Welcome. This is Majesty Sussex Report, and I'm Antonia. Thank you for spending some of your valuable time here with us.
And a spark, a recipe for everyday joy. In the kitchen, in the garden, making magic you can't destroy. She's mixing up the laughter with a pinch of something new. Invite a friend, roll up your sleeves. There's always room for you with love, Meghan. Do your thing, do your thing. From a one-pot pasta to a pie that'll make you sing. Oh, with love, Meghan. In the sunshine or the rain, a little play, a dash of heart. She shows the joy in everything.
Our opener is a caramelized onion tart. Butter, thyme, a kiss of sugar, a little bit of balsamic, and a snowfall of Gruyere. It's a throwback to everything Meghan promised in season one and everything she sharpens in season two. It's doable, delightful, and disarmingly elegant. The point is not to intimidate, it's to invite. That's a pattern with her. When the world screams perfection, Meghan whispers, play. Exactly, play. A tart that winks at sweet and savory, folded like a tiny present. You can smell the confidence and the humility. Can you believe it? In a pan. But before we continue, there is a little subject we need to take care of, or perhaps to get updated on an incident that happened in season one. You see, there was an issue with Daniel and knife. Now, Daniel has returned and he's got a solution to the problem. His solution is a bigger knife. Oh, Lord. So, according to Daniel, the accident happened in season one because the knife was too small for his manly hands. Therefore, he wanted a bigger knife. Lord, protect us and protect Daniel. Guests arrive and the house exhales. Christina's warmth meets David's calm intensity. Daniel, equal parts glam and guardian, readies the powder puff the way a pit crew preps a race car, except with friendship and good humor. It's family energy without the pressure. Silkies, let's not forget them, have laid tiny eggs, and somewhere a producer is smiling because the scene is almost too cute to be legal. We watch David fry those little yolks with a chef precision, and Megan turns nibbles into an icebreaker. Bite size, confidence, bite size, welcome. Then our first theme flashes like sunlight on water, comfort zones. This episode is a dance between what you know and what you dare. Megan doesn't posture, she plays. She proposes a swap. We'll step into flowers, you'll step into sweets. It's gentle mischief, but also a philosophy. Skill is a door, curiosity is the key. Notice the way the four of them speak to each other, not as brands, but as craftsmen, craftswomen. Each trade is treated like a language, and everyone is bilingual in kindness. Enter water marbling, a shallow tray, carrageenan in thickened water, colors skimming the surface like memories you can touch. Megan pulls a California sunset across the pan, magenta melting to citrus, a little seaside blue, and turns silk scarves into wearable art. Pocket squares for the fellas, crown-worthy wraps for Christina. You see the spark. This is art that doesn't ask permission. It reminds us that beauty is not a museum, it's participatory. And when she unveils the gifts to David and Christina, it's not just cute, it's point of view made visible. Meghan's hospitality is tactile. Now to the flower market turned arena. Daniel and Meghan set up vessels, grid the mouths with tape, and coach like caring coaches. Start with greenery, vary your textures, remember height and flow. It's competitive in the way families compete. Faux bragging, petite humiliations, and real admiration. David channels restraint, reminding us of a chef's greatest virtue, the courage to stop before too much. Christina leans into structure and wit. Meghan weaves asymmetry with a hairdresser's eye. Layered haircut, she jokes, and Daniel narrates, like a maestro, the standout moment, a tiny arrangement christened small and mighty, a phrase that could be etched under Meghan's own crest. The win here isn't a trophy, it's the assertion that joy scales, from bouquets to movements, from small to mighty. The words drift in, childlike wonder, to lose oneself, to lose yourself, to try, to be curious. That's not a throwaway soundbite. It's actually the backbone of the episode. It's also a quiet rebuke to a British tabloid machine that made a living, ridiculing curiosity in women, especially black and brown women. Here, play isn't unserious. Play is a method of how creative teachers teach in theory and in practice. It is resilience. It's how communities, classrooms, and yes, kitchens keep breathing. And now, back to the kitchen for a masterclass in nostalgia. S'mores. But not the ordinary kind of s'mores. This is grown up kind of s'mores. Christina leads the graham cracker renaissance. Butter and honey becoming a dough you taste before it hits the oven. David and Daniel riff on flavor. Peanut butter grams, maybe lavender honey grams. Put your hands together. Meghan proposes a marshmallow with turmeric ribbons, a sunburst of color and warmth. And someone dreams of brown butter. The room turns into a make space. They're unconcerned with being cool. They're concerned with being good. And that's a worldview. Watch Meghan here. This is the heart of the episode. She steps into the heat, literally. Brown butter is simple until it isn't. It demands attention and a willingness to fail in view of your friends. Her face shows real concentration, the humble anxiety of anyone standing in front of a pan with a camera and a legend at their side. But it's not a test, it's a trust fall. You know, like those we practice in theater class or drama class if you took them. David nudges, Christina coerces. Daniel, well, he believes. What they create together is not a dessert, it's a small covenant. I know, I play around with the words, but it truly is. It's a small covenant. You can learn. Yes, we will help you. Yes, your kitchen can be a school without shame. Then the moment of poetry. Marbling returns, only this time with the marshmallows. Turmeric gold ribboned through vanilla clouds, brown butter sending its nutty choir up to the ceiling. The earlier art project rhymes with this one, like a chorus, coming back with deeper meaning. These are the kinds of decisions that separate a segment from a story. The episode talks to itself. Beauty in the garden, beauty on silk, beauty in a tray, beauty on a plate. Once again, thank you for being here. Every time you watch, comment, or share, it means more than you know. I pour my heart into this work because I believe in it. And clearly, if you're here, something brought you too, and it's not my pretty face. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is your moment. Click that button. It's free, and it makes a real difference. And hit the notification bell so you will be one of the first people to be notified when something new and meaningful goes up. If you feel moved by what we're building, consider going a step further. There's a Buy Me a Coffee link and a membership option if you'd like to help us keep this going strong. It's like lighting a little candle for something you believe in. And whether you're here quietly or loud and proud, leave a comment if you can. It helps the message travel. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Thank you. After Christina led the charge with graham crackers and marshmallows, the baton passes to David. Now it's his kitchen, or rather, Meghan's garden becomes his pantry. David and Meghan step outside together. No rigid recipe, no pretense, just the earth offering up what's in season. Sugar snap peas, baby bok choy, fresh basil, a handful of chives. He gathers them with quiet confidence, showing us that good cooking begins not with a plan, but with paying attention. Back inside, the energy shifts. David lays out the roadmap. Flank steak, marinated in a mix of apple, garlic, soy, and sesame. A nod to his mother's Korean recipe. He calls for garlic to be minced, apples sliced, vegetables washed. Everyone has a role. And suddenly, the kitchen is alive. Sizzling pans, laughter, a little chaotic, I must admit, and a lot of trust.
One thing for certain I could use help with is mincing some garlic. Just thinly sliced.
One thing of garlic, one head.
3 cloves. And slicing some apples. Could someone peel these sugar snaps? These are one of my favorite vegetables. That's all we need to do.
Okay, me too. Let's saute those.
It's a really good idea.
Wow.
If somebody wants to take the task of washing the vegetables that Meghan and I picked from her garden,
I can do that. Okay, minced garlic peel. How do you want the apples cut?
you know what? Just puree it with the garlic.
Puree it with the garlic.
You want to just add some apple juice? We're going to make a marinade for the flank steak. You know what, Christina? I'll finish that.
Okay.
If you want to start on a flatbread, we're going to oil stretch the dough. It's basically like a lavash. You know very well.
Okay, so that's steak, peas, salad, and flatbread.
This is crazy. I just have to remind myself that I'm doing this to myself. So I appreciate you guys for being
This is a choice.
marinade for the steak. I'm adding some apple juice, apples, garlic, black pepper, soy, a little agave, and sesame.
Coordinated chaos. I feel like the only thing missing is yes, chef. Say that again. Yes, chef. Maybe next time. He and Daniel take the steak to the grill. Flames rise, smoke curls, and for a moment, the cameras capture something primal. Fire, food, friends. The meat hisses, drinks are poured, and the group toast under the Montecito sky. Then comes the flatbread. Oh, yes, like a feast. Stretched by hand, snap peas sauteed, fresh pickles with a kick of jalapeno, bright salad tossed with a sharp vinaigrette. Plates are passed around. Cabbage leaves become wraps, and everyone builds their own bite. The food is delicious. Yes, indeed it is. But more than that, it's collaborative. Every dish carries fingerprints, and those fingerprints are of friendship. And as they sit, chewing and smiling and just making sounds that indicate how delicious the food is. The lesson is clear. Cooking together isn't about perfection, it's about connection. David's style, improvising, never wasting, always listening to the ingredients, mirrors Meghan's larger philosophy. Use what you have, invite others in. Let the table tell the story.
With love, with love. With love, Meghan. With love, Meghan. With love, Meghan.
The day winds down, not in the kitchen, but outside by the fire. The plates have been cleared, the grill has cooled, but no one is ready to leave quite yet. They circle the flames, marshmallows on sticks, laughter echoing in the Montecito night. Chocolate melts, graham crackers snap, marshmallows blister and ooze. Fingers are sticky, faces lit by firelight, and the cameras fade into the background. Now we see this ideal setting. Perhaps some may think it's too polished, but when you look, when you really look, what you see is joy. This is all about joy. The kind of joy that sneaks up on adults when they give themselves permission to play again. Because that's what happens here. That's what's happening. For a moment, these world class talents, a chef, a dessert queen, a makeup artist, and yes, a duchess, are simply kids again, wide eyed around a campfire. And Meghan, by welcoming them, by welcoming us, reminds us that adulthood doesn't mean we outgrow wonder. It only means that we forget. That's the true recipe of this episode and perhaps of this show. Gather friends, cook together, step into each other's world, and rediscover this simple joy. The food matters, the flowers matters, but what lasts is the connection. So, episode 1 of season 2 closes not with some grand applause, not with competition winners, even though we might have our own competition, but with something better. Friends. Friends around the fire, remembering how to laugh, how to play, and how to be fully present. It's a lesson tucked inside the marshmallow. Life's sweetest moments are always the simplest.
With love, Meghan.
Hello, beautiful people. Well, I truly hope that you've enjoyed this review of season 2, episode 1 with Love, Meghan. I hope you enjoyed it. And what did you find most enduring in this episode 1? I mean, I've said everything I needed to say in regards to the things that I just thought, were just absolutely beautiful and beautifully done. I love this series. I just absolutely love it. It gives me such comfort and warmth, and at the same time, I learn stuff, right? And it's 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 right in my zone of bringing people together, of doing things, and trying to create a kinder, nicer world. And you know, there will always be naysayers and critics and so on that their mission in life is not that. It's not to create a place where we're kind to each other, where we see each other, where we elevate each other, right? Their intention is the complete opposite. So they can just go away. I wanted also to do something a little bit funny because if you recall on the episode when they were doing the sort of floral arrangements and so on, David kept saying how competitive they actually are, and they were joking around, and Christina was like, "So where?" Or David, maybe he's the one who said it. Where are the judges? Like, what's going on? Like, you know. So I thought, well, okay, if you want judges and create a little bit of a competition, but a friendly competition, well, let's do it. So I've posted in the community, I think it's a community tab, it's called now, or post tab. So there is a sort of survey or poll rather. And I wanted to do like questions that weren't like sort of the obvious sort of thing. So that we can play with it, right? So one of the questions is, which one of the floral arrangements made you smile? I know which one makes me smile all the time that I look at it. It just cracks me up. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's just funny. So it kind of makes me smile. And I kind of create a story behind it and that story makes me smile. One of the other questions is, which one inspires you? So which floral arrangement would inspire you to maybe have in your home, maybe learn how to do floral arrangements, maybe to go buy flowers and greenery and put it in a vase or a vase and have it at home. So, and I think the other question was, which one would you send to a friend? I actually thought of having that question be, which one would you send to your enemy? Or an enemy or someone you dislike, but then I thought that would be mean, and we I don't want to be that person. So, and also it wouldn't be kind of nice, right? Because then we would have to pick one of the arrangements, and obviously it would be the one we don't like, to say, okay, that would be the one I would send to someone I dislike or something. So anyways, the question is, which one would you send to a friend? And you can send anyone to a friend for different reasons, right? Like, as I said, I've created my own little story of each one of the arrangements. So perhaps, you know, I could send any one of them to a friend and just have a wonderful note explaining why I've sent this particular arrangement. So I am a little bit late in getting this out to you folks. I apologize for that. It's been a little bit of busy running around with my mama, with my mom. Um, Getting a lot of stuff done that we needed to get done. So that's taking up a lot of my time, which is fine. But also, by the time the day comes to a close, I'm pretty exhausted. So, but I'll get episode 2 out to you folks as soon as possible. And I really do hope you enjoyed it today. To all of our new subscribers, I want to say welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for clicking and subscribing, right? And for my wonderful, beautiful legacy vintage um, wine um, of subscribers and members. Thank you so very much for being the backbone of this little channel that does its best every time we show up. And thank you for your support. I wanted also because um, I've been looking and reading sort of um, comments and so on. And look, I expected there to be negative comments on the show and all of that. It is, I think, for me. Well, I don't want to get into that actually. It's just painful. It's kind of because I don't. I'm trying sometimes to understand humanity, the people that perhaps have forgotten their own humanity. And as I said in the review of the interview that Meghan did with Bloomberg, when she said, I'm just, you know, I want people to know that I'm a person. I'm real. Like I'm a real. I'm someone's. I mean, she didn't say this, but she's someone's mom. She's someone's wife. She's someone's daughter. She's someone's friend. And the just visceral, whether it's by bots or people, it's always it's really really disheartening, to realize sometimes that there's actually a real person behind those comments that people make, and how they navigate their existence in the world, and what they put out. So I wanted to sort of close a little bit with something I just quickly wrote as a closing statement, I guess. And I want to start by saying to the UK press and the UK media and those who spend their days tearing Meghan Sussex down, your obsession says more about you than it ever will about her. You fill the airways and timelines with cruelty because kindness doesn't sell. You mistake harassment for journalism, gossip for truth, and prejudice for critique. History will not remember you kindly. To the haters who swarm comment sections, look, you are loud. You are. But you're not lasting. You recycle the same tired lines, but what you cannot erase is the joy on screen, the warmth in Meghan's home, and the millions who see through your noise, your racism, your misogyny, your ill informed character or lack thereof. And to the people who watched this show with open hearts, who find value in its spirit, I say thank you. You know the truth that with love, Meghan isn't about perfection, it's about connection. It's about food, friendship, playfulness, dignity. Meghan is not the caricature sold by tabloids and by those in the media. She's real. And your support makes that reality shine brighter than any headline. So let them talk. We'll keep building, keep celebrating, keep finding joy with love. I thank you. I love you all. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones until we speak again. Mwah.